Welcome to Learn Commerce PU online classes. Don't forget to like our video and subscribe our YouTube channel for all the updates.
Welcome to our first PU Computer Science online classes. Now, in last class we know that we already discussed some important concept from memory devices, that is introduction to memory devices, the primary memory, secondary memory, and also some of the types of primary memory as well as the secondary memory. Now, in today's class we are going to discuss some other concept from memory, that is secondary storage devices. So, in our secondary storage device is the permanent memory of the computer. Maybe what's the data we are going to store? It will keep such data or store such data permanently. So, we can say that the permanent devices, storing devices here, it is a permanent memory of the computer and it retains the data once stored on it. So what's the data we are going to store? By using our secondary storage devices, we can store such data permanently. So this is about our secondary storage devices. And also we can say that when you are going to compare primary memory and the secondary memory, so the secondary memory is slow compared to our primary memory. As we know that the CPU communicate directly with the primary memory. So whatever, if they want some of the processing, if they want to display the output, then sure the CPU communicate directly with the primary memory. The CPU works at very fast rate and so it need faster memory, so it is using the primary memory because it is very fast. So this is some concept about our primary memory, correct? No, but we can say that when you are going to compare primary memory and secondary memory, the secondary memory is slow compared to our primary memory, and such a secondary memory also calling as the backup storage. The backup storage, the other name of the secondary memory. This secondary memory also called as the backup storage here, and it has much larger capacity than primary memory. That means we can say that by using primary memory we can store less amount of information, just a small amount of information we can store, but by using secondary storage devices we can store a lot of information. So it has a greater, larger capacity than our primary memory. So clear this point here. And what's the information or the information which is not being currently processed? That means maybe if any information you don't want for the processing here, if you don't want any to get the output, clear this point here. That means if you don't want any immediate output, such memory or such information we are going to store in one place, so such place is called as the secondary storage. So this is only I want to tell in other way, that is the information which is not being currently processed reside in the secondary storage devices. So clear this point here about our secondary storage. Now let's some of the secondary storage devices examples, or some of the secondary storage devices used in computer are the floppy disk drive, then compact disk drive, then later next one hard disk drive. In this case here maybe the magnetic tape, pen drive. So all are the example for our secondary storage devices. So clear this point here. Now we can say that, as we know that that means our secondary storage device are used for bulk storage of information. What about the meaning of the bulk? The meaning of the bulk is called as the, we can store large amount of information by using our secondary storage devices. Clear this point here, the bulk storage of the information. And as we know that maybe some information is there in our secondary memory. Maybe some information is there in our secondary memory, and later this is about our CPU. But also we can say that if any information, if you want to process, if you want to get the output, then our CPU not going to collect the memory or any information directly from the secondary memory. So we can say that whatever the processing, whatever we will get the output, so each and everything the CPU directly going to communicate with the primary memory only. So clear this point here. Maybe some of the information is that in our secondary memory for our CPU not going to communicate directly with the secondary memory. So whatever the processing or what's the result, if you want any kind of the result, first of all the CPU going to make a communication directly with the primary memory only here. So clear this point here. So all the data routed is going to route from the primary memory to the CPU only. Maybe if any data is there in our secondary memory, first of all we need to pass such data to the primary memory here, and later what's the primary memory passing data to the CPU. By collecting the data, the CPU doing some of the processing, and after the processing whatever the result will get, such is called as the output. So clear this point here. So this is some concept, some note or some point about our secondary storage devices here. So now last touch to our secondary storage device, or we can last touch here. So we can say that it is a permanent memory, and also we can say that it retains the information once stored on it, and it store large amount of information. The other name of the secondary storage device called as the backup storage. Is it backup storage? And we can store bulk storage of information, program data and information by using our secondary storage devices here. And maybe if any information, if our CPU want any information, that means sure such a data first of all pass from secondary memory to the primary memory. As we know that the primary memory directly communicate with the CPU, and the CPU works at very fast rate, so it need faster memory. So the primary memory is used because it works very fast. So clear this part. So this is some point about our secondary storage devices. Now let's some of the example I already said. The secondary storage devices used in computer are floppy disk, hard disk, and maybe magnetic tape, pen drive in this case here. So compact disk, read only memory. So all are the devices. Now we are going to discuss all those topic one by one. So the first one is the floppy disk drive. The floppy disk drive, short form FDD. Okay, floppy disk drive here. So it is a disk, it is a drive, we can say that it is a disk. But why we using such a disk? To store data and the information. So which used to read and write data into this type of FDD disk. Okay, the read means input, write means display. If any data we input it, anytime if you want you can collect the data for access purposes. That is called as the write here. So we can read as well as we can write the data from this type of disk. Now when you are going to know the structure, what's the structure of the floppy disk? So now ಹೇಳಿಕೆ ಹೋಗುವಾಗ ನಮಗೆ ಫ್ಲಾಪಿ ಡಿಸ್ಕ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಔಟ್ಸೈಡ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಹೇಳ್ಬಹುದು. ಸೊ ಔಟ್ಸೈಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಗೆ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ? ಸೊ ಔಟ್ಸೈಡ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ that means it contain square plastic jacket. Clear this point here? Outside in a structure ಹೀಗೆ ಇರ್ತದೆ outside. ಬಟ್ ಇನ್ಸೈಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಗಿರ್ತದೆ, ಇನ್ಸೈಡ್ ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಇದು ಸರ್ಕಲ್ ತರ ಇರ್ತದೆ ಇನ್ಸೈಡ್, ಬಟ್ ಔಟ್ಸೈಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ನೋಡುವಾಗ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಜಾಕೆಟ್ ತರ ನಾವು ಹೇಳ್ಬಹುದು, ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಬಟ್ ಇನ್ಸೈಡ್ ಇಟ್ ಕಂಟೇನ್ ಒನ್ ಪ್ಲೇಟ್ ಹಿಯರ್. ಸೊ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಟೆಲ್ ದಿ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಫ್ಲಾಪಿ ಡಿಸ್ಕ್ ಡ್ರೈವ್ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಹಿಯರ್. ಸೊ ದಿ ಫ್ಲಾಪಿ ಡಿಸ್ಕ್ ಈಸ್ thin flexible circular plastic plate. Clear this point here? The plate is very thin and we can say that its shape is in circular manner in this case here. Clear this point here? And such plate is covered by using the magnetized magnetic oxide. Such plate is covered by using the magnetic oxide. That means the front as well as the back. ಆ ಪ್ಲೇಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ಹೇಗೆ ಕವರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಆ ಪ್ಲೇಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ಕವರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ by using the magnetic oxide here. And maybe I want to enter the data, I want to store the data into the floppy disk. So we can say that the data we can store into the floppy disk in terms of magnetized spot. Okay, the data going to enter into the floppy disk in terms of the magnetized spot here, and the magnetized spot indicate the binary value 1 and non-magnetized indicate the binary value 0. Maybe the floppy disk is full, that means it's sure it's going to display the value in 0. Maybe if any that means space is there, on that time it's going to display in the 1 value. So clear this point here. What about the floppy disk? Other structure hegirtade. So we can say that, and this plate is placed inside the square plastic jacket for the protection. Now ಆ ಪ್ಲೇಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದರಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ಸೈಡ್ ಯಾವುದರಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ಸೊ ನಾವು ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸೇ ದಟ್ ಸಚ್ ಪ್ಲೇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ಸೈಡ್ ದಿ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಜಾಕೆಟ್. ನಾವು ಯಾಕೆ ಆ ಪ್ಲೇಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಜಾಕೆಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೇವೆ? ಫಾರ್ ದಿ ಪ್ರೊಟೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ floppy disk. Okay, here the protection of the plates in this case here, and the floppy disk are usually 3.5 inch. The 3.5 inch in size. So if you are using the 3.5 inch size floppy disk, that can hold 1.44 MB of the data. Okay, so that can store the 1.44 MB of the data in this case here, or maybe some other sizes of the floppy disk are the 5.25 inch in size, or maybe our 8 inch in size. Some of the floppy disk, okay, some of the floppy disk are going to available here, but nowadays mostly we are not going to use the floppy disk. Nowadays many disks are there. Maybe the compact disk, read only memory, DVD is there here, maybe the VCD is there, Blu-ray disc is there. So all those discs are available in the market. So nowadays we are not going to use mostly the floppy disk in this case here. So clear this point about the floppy disk here. And lastly I want to tell about the floppy disk. As we know that, why? Because this plate is thin flexible plastic plate, and so it going to look in our circle basis manner here, and such plate is placed inside the square plastic jacket. Correct? No? So this surface of the plate is divided into a number of concentric circles. So clear this point here. Plate annu hege divide madidare is divided into a number of concentric circles here, and these circles are called as the tracks. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಸೊ ದೀಸ್ ಸರ್ಕಲ್ಸ್, ಸೊ ಆ ಪ್ಲೇಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಂಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಸರ್ಕಲ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಏನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ? ಟ್ರ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ ಕ್ಯಾ. ಅಂಡ್ ಅಗೇನ್ ದೀಸ್ ಟ್ರ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಫರ್ದರ್ ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್ ಇಂಟು, ಸೊ ಲೈಕ್ ದಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಡಿವೈಡ್. ಓಕೆ ಕ್ಯಾ. ಸೊ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಮ್ಯಾನರ್ it going to divide. So such tracks is further divided into sectors. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಲ್ ಆ ಸರ್ಕಲ್ ಅನ್ನು ಟ್ರ್ಯಾಕ್ ಆಗಿ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಅದೇ ಟ್ರ್ಯಾಕ್ ಅನ್ನು ಪುನಃ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಏನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ, ಸೆಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ. ಅಂಡ್ ದಿ ಏರಿಯಾ ಕವರ್ಡ್ ಬೈ ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ the tracks and the sectors, okay, the area going to cover by using the track and the sectors are called as the data segments. So why we using the track and sectors? To store the data and the instructions. So clear this point here. So this is some point, some note about our floppy disk drive here. So we can say that in our floppy disk, maybe if any data going to add in our floppy disk, we using or such data going to add in terms of the magnetized spot, or maybe by using the value 1 and 0. Maybe if in case you want to add the value, that means here the magnetized spot or the binary number indicate the value 1 here, and non-magnetized spot indicate the binary value 0 in this case here. And later we know that here just only the outside ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಜಾಕೆಟ್ ತರ ನಮಗೆ ಕಾಣಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಿಗ್ತದೆ, ಬಟ್ ಇನ್ಸೈಡ್ ದಿ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಜಾಕೆಟ್ ಅದು ಒಂದು ಸರ್ಕಲ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತದೆ. ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಹಿಯರ್. ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸೇ ದಟ್ ದಿ ಫ್ಲಾಪಿ ಡಿಸ್ಕ್ ಈಸ್ ಎ plastic, that means a thin flexible plastic plate here, and such plastic plate is divided into a number of sectors and number of the tracks here, and by using the track and sector we are going to add data into the floppy disk. Thank you.
Don't forget to like our video and subscribe our YouTube channel for all the updates.